Hashtag I stand with Graham Norton, and let me explain to you guys why. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the news and pop culture stories of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, the hashtag I stand with Graham Norton was trending all day today, and when I looked into it, hell yeah, I support that. Let me just quickly set the scene for you. Graham Norton makes some what I would consider very balanced comments when it comes to cancel culture. JK Rowling then comes in with a particular response, and then soon after that, her fans get all up in his face on Twitter. That's now led Graham Norton to be bullied off of Twitter, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Now, the question is, because of JK Rowling's, let's say, response, which we'll get onto in a moment, towards what Graham Norton said about cancel culture, did she actually cause Graham Norton to be bullied off of Twitter? As I present the story, you guys can decide. Before I do so, though, a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you looking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's going to offend your ear holes. And to everyone else awesome enough to have clicked on this video, hi, welcome, how are you doing? If you like my commentary on cancel culture, news and pop culture on the daily served with sass and gobbiness, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers, and let's jump into it, shall we? So, Graham Norton, over the last 24 hours, has deleted his Twitter account. This was after a few days after a clip of him actually surfaced regarding him talking about cancel culture. Now, at the time, he was speaking at the Cheltenham Literature Festival, and this was last Tuesday, the 11th of October. He said that he felt the word cancellation should be replaced with accountability. So, something very similar, if not the same, as to what Nick Cannon has said across the pond, right? You know, so far not that controversial, really. I think that's quite a balanced approach, wouldn't you think? He says, you read a lot of articles in papers by people complaining about cancel culture, and you think, in what world are you cancelled? He says, I'm reading your article in a newspaper or you're doing interviews about how terrible it is to be cancelled. I think the word is the wrong word. I think the word should be accountability. So what he's turning around and saying is, it shouldn't be cancel culture. It should be accountability culture. And do you know what? I think he's right. I really, really do. It's a much, much more balanced approach for society to deal with things when it goes wrong. When someone says the wrong thing or someone does the wrong thing, right? Accountability culture, I think, is much more balanced and more effective than just cancel culture, right? It's cancel culture in my mind. It's when you banish them in the furthest reaches of the freaking galaxy on the outpost, right? Going a little bit Star Wars there. But you banish them to that nth degree. You erase them as if they don't exist. They are cancelled. They are done, right? But what does that achieve? Absolutely nothing. Because what do they learn? Well, not that much, because when you isolate them, when you banish them, if anything, it has the undesired approach more or less most of the time, in my opinion, where it reinforces, right, their incorrect way of thinking or their incorrect way of doing things, yeah? But accountability culture, to me, that kind of phrase, it's like, well, it's more than of a dialogue, isn't it? Much more of a collaborative effort with said person. Isn't that then better? Because then that gives them the opportunity to be on the right path, whatever that may be, depending on their infraction, whatever that may be. Do you know what I mean? Makes sense to me, okay? If you disagree, fair enough. If you agree, that's fair enough as well, right? So, host Mariella Frostrup then asked Norton about how his comments applied to Rowling, whom she said had been hit with anger, rage, and attempts at censorship for her views on transgender people. Now, Graham Norton replied that he felt his voice on the topic adds nothing to that discussion, saying if people want to shine a light on those issues, then, and I hope people do, talk to trans people. Talk to the parents of trans kids. Talk to doctors, talk to psychiatrists, talk to someone who can illuminate this in some way. Graham Norton shouldn't be in your headline. If you want to talk about something, talk about the thing. You don't need to attach a Kardashian to a serious subject. The subject should be enough in of itself. It's the Michael Gove thing about enough of experts. No, please, can we have some experts? Can we rustle up some experts when I can get my teeth back in and talk to them? And guys, again, what is he saying here that's so wrong? Right? That he deserved to be, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, bullied off of Twitter. I'm sorry, but I don't see anything controversial about this. You want a voice on the topic? You want to shine a light? Well, speak to the people that are part of that topic. In this case, the trans community. The trans people. Parents of trans kids. The doctors. The psychiatrists. People that have first-hand knowledge, either by being part of the trans community, as being trans, or working with the trans community, such as the medical professionals, right? Who better than those that have that first-hand knowledge in the first place, that expertise, rather than a second-hand knowledge of someone not part of that community on the outside looking in. It makes sense, doesn't it? Why he's being bullied off for this, I don't know. Now, subsequently, the clip went swiftly viral, with many praising the presenter, Graham Norton, for his message. Now, Billy Bragg here says Norton's really good here on John Cleese, telling him that cancel culture is just accountability. And JK Rowling suggesting that the media talk directly to trans teens and their parents rather than merely amplifying the takes of a celebrity. Again, that sounds absolutely Gucci and kosher to me. He was retweeting a lad called Brendan May at B-May saying one of the most sensible takes on cancel culture I've seen. Sensitive, honest, smart. I'm posting the video directly as Times Radio tweeted it with a clickbait and somewhat misleading headline that unintentionally confirmed his point. More of this, please. Now, this is the thing. Today, we've noticed he's deleted his Twitter. And this is because, allegedly, right, days before, Rowling had criticised Graham Norton's clip in terms of what he said, right? All that stuff that's balanced, in my opinion. Completely fair. Nothing controversial about it, right? Yeah? Well, JK Rowling criticised the clip in response to a tweet from musician Billy Bragg, who had branded the video as really good. In response, she appeared to accuse Bragg of supporting the R-word and unalivement nasty words by backing Graham Norton's view. All he is saying, how is she equating Graham Norton turning around and saying cancel culture should really be reworded to accountability culture and take on that particular meaning instead? And if we're going to talk about the trans community, well, if we're going to shine a light on it in particular, well, let's hear from the people from that community and that's working within that community. They're the best people to talk to. They know, they have the expertise, right? They live that life. Yeah? How is that translated to this? Like, I don't know. Please, in the comments below, if you see somehow the connect that JK Rowling is making here, the justification for this, the rationale for this, please, in the comments below, let me know, because at the moment, I'm at a loss for words how she is linking these two things to what Graham Norton said. What? It doesn't make sense. Now, this was Graham Norton's account, and it doesn't exist. He's deleted it. Bragg responded, saying, hard to think of anything that better illustrates Graham Norton's point than the sight of someone with 13.9 million followers reacting to a call for a fair hearing for trans teens and their parents by equating it to, checks notes, support for the R word and the unalivement, not very nice words. Again, how can you connect what he said to that? Now, fans noticed that he had deleted his Twitter on Monday. As I mentioned, his name began trending today, with one commenter writing, what a world we live in when you can't even say, listen to the experts, without being hounded off Twitter by vile, unhinged nastiness. Another one said, Graham Norton has been bullied off Twitter for saying, I don't really want to offer an opinion on trans people. Why not ask a trans person about trans issues? Which is the only sensible answer to that particular question, another Twitter user posted. Well, I think it's one sensible answer. It is one sensible answer. There are many others. But that's one that I think is fair and balanced. What's wrong with it? It's egregious, the reaction that he faced, and now he's being bullied off of Twitter because of it. Is it because of JK Rowling? Is it because of JK Rowling's fans? Is it a mixture? Is it neither? Again, these are questions I'm posing to you guys, and you can make up your own mind on this one. But another tweet read, I just feel that the group who are so sure cancel culture is ruining their lives look a bit hypocritical when they're cheering and high-fiving that they've driven Graham Norton off of Twitter. Another tweet read, we did it, everyone. That'll teach him for saying cancel culture isn't real. Which this one, of course, is a freaking troll that's written that. That's disgusting. He never said that cancel culture isn't real. That's insane. He recognises that there is a particular culture, but it shouldn't be cancel culture. It should be reworded and kind of like have a new slant on it for accountability culture, to have a new meaning for it. A different outlook on how we deal with people that, again, make mistakes and need to learn from them. Now, some mistakes that people make, oh my goodness, like, shiz the freaking bed, right? Yeah, very, very evil. I'm not, like, being under what is it with it, you know what I mean? But you see where I'm coming from? Graham Norton got bullied off of Twitter because, in my opinion, he had a balanced approach when it came to the discussion of cancel culture and the discussion in relation to the rights of trans people and the trans community. And again, I pose the question to you lot. Did JK Rowling, with her comment, equating those two things to what Graham Norton said, by doing so, did she bully Graham Norton off of Twitter? Did that cause the avalanche of all these trolls to come after Graham Norton? That ended up him deleting his Twitter, being bullied off of Twitter? Or did it not matter what JK Rowling said? And that these toxic trolls were going to go after him anyway regardless? And bully him off of Twitter with him deleting his Twitter account? I leave that question open to you guys. So with that being said, enough with my gob. It's time for your gob. Answer that question in the comments down below. And if you loved this video and this more serious topic in regards to cancel culture and you want more with news and pop culture served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, do make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment down below as ever your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. And until the next time, you guys, laters.